My name is Mahmoud Kaabour. I'm a Lebanese filmmaker and I'm based out of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. It's a funny childhood story actually. When I was growing up, my youngest uncle was going to film school. And I think I got really fascinated with the idea that someone can stand behind a camera to do a university homework. In Canada, I made my first film, first official film, being Osama. It's a documentary in which I followed 6 men called Osama for a year and a half to see the impact and the burden of their name on them following the events of September 11th. I was trying to show the spectrum of the Arab diaspora outside the Arab world. So you get to see the playful young people, you get to see the religious zealot, you get to see the anarchist, you get to see the assimilated Arab who probably belongs to a Western civilization a lot more than the Arab one. And I thought that this diversity needs to be juxtaposed and celebrated as a way of showing the Western public that having the burden of this name or this identity does not necessarily mean that you are of one type of person. In the coming year, I'm going to be traveling around the world with Teta Alf Marra, my new film, which has been such an emotional ride for me, to work with my grandmother, a person whom I've known all my life, in her house, which I know inside out, and try to put a film together out of that. I couldn't have made such a film had I not lived in North America, where people are a lot more comfortable than in the Middle East to tap with their own emotions and to speak about their own families and to kind of put everything out. Family life in the Middle East is common to everybody. We're big on family culture. We have strong ties as a nuclear family and as an extended family. However, what happens in the family stays in the family. So the big challenge was to bring an entire Beiruti family out of its shell and convince them that there is a merit in putting out the story of Grandpa, the violinist whom we all miss, who died 20 years ago, Grandma, this woman who keeps an entire neighborhood on its feet, and myself, who's a person who's equally entrenched in both the Middle Eastern culture in which I grew up and North America and Europe, where I've traveled for many years of my life, and try and see if these stories can pan out into something that has cinematic merit. One thing I've done as a filmmaker and has worked for me, and I couldn't say it could be equally conducive to everyone else, but I think it's worth a shot, is when you make a film, make it for you. Make it like you imagined it. Don't do it for the festivals, definitely don't do it for the networks. Don't do it the producer wants you to do it, and don't do it because you imagine it's gonna transform your life and put you on a magazine cover. Do it because the process of making that film is gonna bring something to your life that absolutely nothing else will.